Hey everybody, my Fisker Ocean One has finally shown up. I'm so stoked about this. I'm doing a big giant video that's going over every possible option, every feature, how everything works, how I like it, all of that. But before I do that, I wanted to go over 5 or so things that stood out as problems right upon delivery, just to make sure I have them to show you. And don't worry though, this may seem like a pure complaint video. There's an awesome video coming. TLDR, I love this car, but let's start with it. Number 1, when this car first got to the US, I got a notification saying, hey, your car's here. This happened during California had a hurricane warning, which I think is like category 4, turned into a tropical storm. So nothing that big. However, this car was on a lot sitting there during this. And so I kind of had worry that it would come here and just be like, you know, water damaged or filthy. Let's look at how dirty this was when it did show up. So, was it dirty? Yes, filthy when it got here. Now, I have taken a power washer to this and washed what I could, sprayed it off, but it is dirty, like dirty. And I get in here, you can see like, I guess this is looking all right. This is kind of just dusty. But you look at things like this. This is the charge port. And when I gotta unlock the car, sorry. Unlock it. When I unlock this, it's dirty in here, right? Like what? Like look at that. Like filthy. Now I get that they're not gonna detail it. I've got another thing about kind of like the shipping service that was used. Get into that more later. But the little cracks, like inside of everything, like disgust, like look at that. And down inside the wells, like the door jams, up inside things. We'll go back to the trunk like this. It's like discolored almost from how dirty it was. Let's go back here. And again, like I said, I'm not expecting this car to be fully cleaned when it gets here because it's a delivery, right? That's the advantage. But this means like tropical storm and they didn't even clean it. Like this is some mess, man. Some mess. Okay, so there's that one. Number 2, this is way bigger than being dirty. Way bigger. I'm complaining about the dirt first just because it's visual. I don't want you to look at me like, oh God, this guy doesn't wash his car. I will, and there's gonna be a video on that too. When the way this car works is you get this key, right? It uses your proximity and it'll unlock the car. Now I'm gonna lock the car real quick so you can see what I'm gonna complain about. I'm gonna walk away from the car. What happens is you're supposed to be able to walk up to the Fisker. Here I am walking up. And as you approach, these doors are supposed to automatically unlock. Getting close. Why aren't they unlocking? They're not unlocking. Right? This is the thing. This is how these are supposed to work. Now when I push it, well, it worked first time this time. Usually I have to push it like 2 to 3 times to get it to open. That's not how this is supposed to work. Watch, it keeps going. I'm gonna get in the car now. Sorry for the weird angles. Boy. And I get this notice that's like, here, let me flip this camera around. Of course, now it's not doing it. I get a notice basically that says the battery's low. Right, now it says ready. There you go. Hold key fob to NFC reader below steering wheel. That's not how this is supposed to work. I'm supposed to get in here and this is automatically detected. So it wants me to hold this. It's basically saying this thing isn't reading, right? So I hold it here and then I push it. Key fob battery low. But now it says we're ready. So now we're good. Right, now we can go drive this car. And not how it's supposed to work. I've actually changed the batteries out. I've contacted Fisker. I've done a screen reset. It's not working. Very, very annoying for a brand new car. Now, I've seen multiple people have had this issue and they did get it fixed, so I'm sure Fisker has a solve for it. It's just taken a while to get to me. I'm 700 miles away from them, so I'm sure it'll happen, but very frustrating. Number 3, this might be related to the dirt, but check out your car when it gets here if you've got one of these ordered, because along with the dirt, I already have rust on my rotors. Brand new car, 10 miles on this thing. Check this out. I don't think that's what a 10-mile car looks like, right? I've already got rust up on my rotors. Let me zoom in. There you go. That is not what a brand new car rotors look like. And I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. I've never had a car like that. I've had multiple BMWs, none did that. I've used cross-drilled slotted rotor ceramic, you know, whatever. It's never been like that on a brand new car. Number 4, there's some functions with the cameras on this car that sometimes disable certain functions from working. And what I specifically mean is the front-facing camera will sometimes throw an error when I start the car. And when it does that, it makes it so things like detecting traffic lights don't work. It's fine with no autonomous driving. However, it's annoying to have an alert on a brand new car, right? And the thing pops up, it doesn't explain why it's there. It goes away sometimes, and every time it goes away, all of the lights, all of the traffic stuff suddenly works. Strange. Let me see if I can get it to recreate it. Right there. Front-facing camera fault. Some features unavailable. Okay, number 5, and I promise I'll stop. When I first synced up my phone to this car, I placed a call to my wife just to test it. It was testing the audio. It went to her voicemail. She didn't answer, and the second it went to voicemail, it switched back to my phone. So audio went from the car to my phone, but the car thought I was still talking to her. I could not remove that, and I'll show you. I can't show you images. It's got like her phone number. Basically, what happened though is it took up real estate on the screen. It showed the call is still going. So like for 5 hours, this thing sat there. Now you can do a reset on the whole console, doing a functional command. I'm actually gonna make another video about how to do that. But it was very frustrating because it took up half the screen saying I'm still on this call. I'm not. I even turned off my phone, disconnected my phone, erased it, reconnected it, still there. And then no calls would actually override that line. It was just kind of like bugged. So those are my five initial things that are kind of broken at the start. Mostly bugs. They seem to be intermittent other than the door handle thing. This thing, like the door thing, is actually like needs a fix. Like someone needs to fix it. So I'm in touch with Fisker. Hopefully we'll figure that out, and if so, I'll update this. It looks like people do have ways to get it fixed. So thank you. Look forward to my actual praise video because I have a lot to love about this car.